Hello, this is CanofBeams, and today I want to talk about lightning. Lightning is something that I've had to come back to several times while working on effects, and it's been challenging. The most challenging part of working with lightning has been getting the scale right. Most of the figures that I make effects for are somewhere in the ballpark of the 1/12 scale range, and to make lightning that looks right for them, it has to be thin. But once you make lightning thin, it doesn't work so well with a stand. If you take a look at Tamashii stand pegs, Abitsu stands, Figma stands, the stand pegs for all of those are longer and wider than the lightning would really need to be to look right for a 1/12 scale figure, so using a stand with them is rather challenging. There's a couple ways you can go about doing it. You can either sculpt the lightning around the peg, kind of like a donut, but that doesn't look very right when you have an end product. It just looks a little off. You can scale it up, which I have done before. I scaled it up to work with Monster Arts King Ghidorah with all of his various lightning vomit. He was a physically larger figure though, so the thicker bolt of lightning that I had to make in order to accommodate a stand totally worked for him because he's a larger figure. If I take that bolt of lightning though that was scaled up and I put it next to a regular Marvel Legends figure or a Figure Arts figure, it no longer looks right because it's just way too beefy. So I come back to the same problem. How do I make this work without a stand? I was trying to work this issue out recently, and I had the idea of what if I make posable lightning? Lightning that possibly doesn't need something like a stand to hold it up. It can just use what is available, which could be the figure itself, the scenery, anything. This is what I came up with. It's fully posable. It looks like lightning. I like it. You've probably seen some of the demonstrations I did with this on the Instagram or Facebook pages. I had Flash leaving a Speed Force trail behind him, Storm shooting some lightning bolts, SH Figure Arts Luke getting barbecued like at the end of Return of the Jedi. When these go up for order, there's going to be a package that's going to have a few different types of lightning effects in it. There's going to be two packages. One package is just going to be bolts, and there's two different sizes of bolts. Every bolt is going to be different because I make everything by hand. So they're all going to be unique. They're all going to be hand sculpted. The bolts are going to come in two sizes, a regular and a large. There's also going to be a pack that has the bolts as well as this sort of spidering out wrap of lightning. This one was made to simulate lightning crawling across a surface. I used it in demonstration with Marvel Legends Thor. I put some blue tack on it and I stuck it behind his hammer to make it look from the perspective of the camera like lightning was radiating out from the edges of the hammer. I also had it where he was shocking Rhino with it, where it was bent outwards from the point of impact so it looked like lightning was radiating from the point of impact. I also wrapped it around Figure Arts Luke, again, just because I like shocking that kid. So those are the configurations we're going to have. There is one more thing I'm going to do with lightning before I shift gears and start working on other stuff until some other figures come out. That one may or may not be ready this week. I'm not a wizard. I'm only a human being. So I don't know. If it is, it might make its way into the Saturday order period. If not, then you're just going to have to wait. The Sailor Moon crowd might want to keep their eyes open for this one. Or, if it doesn't turn out that good, maybe forget that I even said this, because in that case, it will never see the light of day, like so many others. There is one last thing I wanted to say. Those of you who have been buying my effects and using them with your displays, I'd really like it if you guys would send me photos of what you've got set up. Very few people who buy my effects actually do send me photos of what they do, and I really like seeing it, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys would do that. It's fun. Thank you guys, this has been CanofBeams, and if you have any questions, just let me know, otherwise I'll talk to you guys later.